Hello, I'd like to share something I've set up on my computer. Now, to preface this, I hate, hate Windows 11. I absolutely hate it. It is one of the worst Microsoft products they've ever done in recent history. Just the recall, the security issues, it's the ads, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, I'd like to show you something. Windows 10, on the other hand, while it was awful at the start, I'm not going to say it wasn't. It was compared to 7. It's gotten pretty good. It's usable. It's not going to get in your way as much. Mostly. Now, there is some issues with the consumer version, Windows 10 Home and 10 Pro. I don't use those. Two big reasons. One, all the bloat Microsoft ad, Candy Crush in the start menu, random fucking whatever the hell Microsoft decides to install, and it's only supported until 2025. Now, there is a version of Windows 10 that's supported much longer, until the year 2032, which that's 9 years away. That's going to last, by that point, we'll have like Windows 20, or more likely we're all going to be in a post-apocalyptic world, and the only computers that'll work are, Fallout, vacuum tube, analog systems. So at that point, it's a moot point. Anyway, let me show you what version I run. Windows 10 IoT Enterprise Long-Term Servicing Channel, specifically the 2020 release. Now, the difference between those is that between the LTSC, Enterprise, IoT, whatever, and Home is one. Like I said, it has support to 2032. It has almost nothing pre-installed. It's designed for enterprise applications. So let's break down the name. Windows 10 means it's based on Windows 10. That's pretty self-obvious. Pretty obvious. IoT, that means it's meant for... IoT stands for Internet of Things. So it's meant for more embedded applications like an ATM, a cash register, stuff like that. Stuff that just runs a single program. So it's going to be lightweight. It's not going to use a lot of resources by default. It's just going to do the bare minimum, which is exactly what you want for a computer to just work. And LTSC, or let's go back, Enterprise, means it's part of the Enterprise OS, which is closer in line to the server editions than they are the consumer editions. They're all the same Windows, all based on the NT kernel, but there's pieces taken in and out and modified to make them different. Enough for different applications. 10 Home, 10 Pro, meant for consumers. Enterprise, meant for big companies. Server, meant for, servers that need to run Windows applications, which, I don't know, just rather run Linux for a server. Anyways, it's the best part. It's free. Yeah, it's free. Completely free. And you don't even have to, deal with a little watermark. You can activate it with a simple tool called Massgrave Activation Script. Amazing thing. You get free Windows forever. Well, 10 and 11. I think it can do 7 and 8, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyways. So, LTSC means Long-Term Servicing Channel. That's a general term for software that's designed to run for a long... it's meant for reliability and stability over flashy new features. That doesn't mean this doesn't have flashy features. I mean, I have some pretty decent hardware. You saw this. I have a new last generation. It's still top of the line pretty much. 7950X, 64 gigs of RAM, and a 4090. So it works. It can do all the new stuff. It can do ray tracing. I can run games. So I run everything from Half-Life 1, released in 1998, to the latest AAA games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Starfield. And with all the advanced DLSS and ray tracing and all that stuff. So it can work for games. As you can see with this, I do VS Code, so I'm a developer as well. I develop stuff occasionally. It does that stuff too. You can see with these, I have Office 365 installed, so it also works for business stuff. So if you have a computer and you do schoolwork and you need Word and PowerPoint and Excel, or you do actual work on your computer, you can run that. You can run Blender, anything that runs on like the normal Windows, it can run fine. So, saying that, it's not for anyone. It does take a bit of effort to set up. You need to modify the OS yourself, but I can show you something for that. In the description and a pinned comment will be a link to a guide on how to modify it. Run it, modify the OS how you like, install it in the VM like VirtualBox, play with it, mess around with it, see if it can do what you need it to do, and if it does, maybe think about installing it. It couldn't hurt. It could give you, new life in an old computer that wouldn't be able to run 11, Got a parent or a sibling who just needs a computer to just like run basic stuff, and you don't want to worry about buying a whole new computer for them, or you game and you don't want to buy a new computer because Windows 11 and micro shit decided it won't run on your still good enough computer. Install IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021. Because this version of Windows treats you like you own your hardware, not like you're a product. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.